Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bunny or Bun Bun, and in today's video we will be modding and decorating my Nintendo 3DS XL. I'm extremely excited to create this video considering the fact I've been waiting the entire week to create this video, and the only reason I never created this video in the time that I wanted to was because a certain shipping company was playing in my face. They know who they are. But without further ado, without holding up any more of your time, let's get started with the video. There are two main reasons as of why I had bought this console in the first place. The first main reason was to relive my childhood. Growing up, my mom ended up buying me a Nintendo DSi. I only ended up having like one main game on that, which was like a Sonic and Blaze racing game. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. But when I had that growing up, that was one of the best moments of my life. I would be on that DSi constantly. I was attached. But sadly, I think sometime around like 2016, maybe 2015, maybe even 2017. I'm not entirely sure. But sometime around then, the DSi ended up breaking completely and it just ended up dying right there and then. That was one of the most heartbreaking moments of my life. R.I.P. DSi, you shall be missed. But one of the second reasons as to why I had bought the Nintendo 3DS XL was because I'm a phoneaholic. Let me repeat that. If anybody didn't hear that properly, I am a phoneaholic. I am obsessed with my cell phone. I have an unhealthy obsession to it, and there's no one to blame but myself. I fully admit that I am obsessed with my own cell phone. It had even gone so much to a point that I've realized that even if my cell phone is gone or in the next room, literally, if it's in the next room over, I will literally go bap crazy for the cell phone, and I will start panicking, trying to look for the cell phone left, right, up and down, just so that I can get my hands on my cell phone. And I realized that this was not a good obsession. The fact that I have to tear apart my own house just to find something that will never be with me, even to the end of time, even when God comes back, and I realized that I've idolized this cell phone. So that's not good. So I'm hoping that this Nintendo 3DS XL helps me to stop doom scrolling, to stop being so overly obsessed with it, but also to try and help me at least, even in a little bit, even in the slightest, stop idolizing my cell phone so that I can actually start trying to get closer to God in my walk with God, of course. So I'm hoping that this eventually does work out as planned. I would say, in my opinion, yes, it was technically extremely hard to choose from other devices, especially when it came to the Nintendo 3DS XL, because there are other consoles out there that resemble the Nintendo 3DS XL, such as the AYN Thor or the Ambernick RGDS. These ones are specifically the ones that I was overly obsessed with because I wanted to relive that childhood moment. I was like, maybe I can just go ahead and buy any of these consoles. But the main reason why I never went ahead and I bought those consoles was because of one main reason: childhood. Again, when it came to the childhood that I had with growing up with my DSi, I realized that it wasn't going to feel the same if I had like a replacement of that device or that console, but it was a more modernized version of it. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted something where I could actually relive the childhood that I had, but I also wanted to play all the original games, everything that I had, and I wanted to re-experience it by obviously playing on the original console. So even though it was a pretty hard decision, even though it was a hard choice for me, I still stuck with the Nintendo 3DS XL. Now, would I recommend the Nintendo 3DS XL to anyone out there if they want to relive their childhood, or if they're like me and they want to play the original firmware on the original console, then yes, I would recommend I would I would recommend the Nintendo 3DS XL if you want to relive your childhood. If you don't want to go ahead and buy the Nintendo 3DS XL, then I completely understand. I completely see where you're coming from. But when it comes to me, I personally chose the Nintendo 3DS XL just so I could relive original firmware and relive that childhood moments that I may never get again. So, yes, technically I'm not saying you don't have to buy the other consoles, but at the same time I chose the Nintendo 3DS XL because it's only one firmware with multiple other Nintendo games. And I already have an Xbox controller that I can connect to my laptop to play Roblox. I don't really need I don't really need a mini console in order to play Roblox or any other mobile game that I can just play on my cell phone. I don't really see a point. But yes, technically, if that's the path you want to go, if you technically want to buy an AYN Thor or an Amberneck RGDS, then you are free to do so. All right, so now here's the box that I ended up buying. Obviously, I bought this off of eBay. I ended up getting this Nintendo 3DS XL for a whopping total of $164. Now, I'm surprised that I even managed to get a good price when it comes to this model, specifically because when it comes to Nintendo 3DSs, if you tried buying this stuff off of like AliExpress, eBay, or even GameStop, these were going for around like $200 to $300, which in my opinion is borderline crazy. So the fact that I managed to get this for so low, I'm extremely grateful. Now, I ended up getting this in B tier, so apparently there's supposed to be not too much, just a little bit, just a tiny bit of scratches. So without further ado, let's see. Uh-oh. Come on now. Come on now. You got it. I'm trying to make sure that I can actually get this, because I don't know if I may be able to or not. It seems like it. Hold up. Uh-oh. Can I get it? There we go. All right, there we go. Hold up. Give me a minute. Can I not get the other side? I probably can. Hold up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Coming. Coming. All right, here we go. Put these scissors off to the side. All right, I'm sorry. I'm so excited that I actually have this. All right, so right here is the official console. There is a piece of paper in here. So there's that. There's nothing else but just extensive bubble wrap to ensure that it gets here safely, which is perfect considering the fact that I had already bought the AC adapter for the console, so that's perfectly fine. And here is the official console. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I actually have my hands on this. I've been excited for so long. When it comes to shipping prices and everything, shipping came extremely fast. I bought this, I think, on the 3rd of March, and it ended up coming on the 9th. So that was amazing. Now, looking at the console first glance, there are a couple of scratches. You can't really see them unless you're visibly trying to look at them. But overall, yeah, see, when it comes to the back button, you can obviously see that there are some like scratches and everything and some dents. Maybe the paint is a little bit rummaged. And we have a yellowed stylus, which when it comes to the stylus, I don't really care too much about the stylus. Uh-oh, I'm not putting it in right. But overall, the buttons, oh, this is bringing me so much nostalgia. I'm so happy. Okay, I gotta focus. But overall, the buttons, they seem to be working just fine. The cameras are looking perfectly fine. So we have the volume button right here on the side. There are two holes there's one right here and there's another right here where you can put like your charms and everything. You have your headphone jack right here, so you can put your earbuds in or wired headphones depending on what you want to do. Overall, nothing seems out of place. Nothing seems out of the ordinary. Now, the screen looks perfectly fine. There's no scratches, no damages, so that's perfect what we need. We have the 3D slider. Nothing seems to be off about it, so we're good on that. All right, so let's turn this on. Oh, I'm so excited! I can't express to you how excited I am to even be holding this in my hand. I am so excited. All right, so from the looks of it, it seems like there might be a yellowed screen. I know it may be showing that on like the whole camera and everything, but in my opinion, it's not really too bad. But overall, everything seems to be working out just fine. So, why is there no sound? Okay, there we go. The sound is working perfectly fine. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through this whole process off screen, but I will come back after I finish the whole process of getting the whole Nintendo finished. So I will be right back in just a minute. All right, so that took a little minute to get finished, but overall, the system is complete. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy that I actually got this. We have the Nintendo 3DS Sound, which I plan on adding some music to it. We have the Mii Maker, Mii Plaza, or Street Pass, the Nintendo eShop, which had already shut down. We have AR Games, Face Raiders, which I've never really heard of before. We have Activity Log, the Nintendo Zone, Download Play, and we have the system settings. So let me go ahead, turn this down, and we're going to put this to the side. Now, when it comes to modding your Nintendo 3DS XL, here are some of the essentials that you will need in order to mod. For starters, you will need an SD card reader. I ended up buying this off of AliExpress. I know, don't come after me. I wanted some cheap prices so that I could still have enough to decorate, oh my goodness, to decorate my Nintendo 3DS XL. So this is a need. You are going to need this. Another item that you will need in order to mod your Nintendo 3DS XL is an SD card reader. I ended up buying this one off of Amazon, and apparently from what I understood or from what I found out, I need to make sure that the SD card is in FAT32 or FAT33. I'm not entirely sure. It was either FAT32 or 33. I'm not entirely sure, but that is also what you're going to need. And last but not least, you will need a laptop. Obviously, so that you can mod the Nintendo 3DS XL. Now, this will technically be my first ever time modding, but from what I heard, I heard that modding your Nintendo 3DS system is supposedly extremely easy, and I was not about to be purchasing already pre-modded Nintendo 3DS XL. So let me go ahead and open this up. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Another thing you will obviously need is this website right here, which is 3DS Hack Guides. You will need it so that you can be able to, obviously mod your Nintendo 3DS. From what I've heard, this is the more up-to-date version, so this is something that you will obviously need. So you just want to follow the steps on here on how to mod your Nintendo 3DS, and you should be good. Now, I'm going to move this to the side. I'm going to move this to my lap, and I'm going to move this right here. Now, I'm going to close this real quick, and I'm just going to open the SD card because I never really checked. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. Another thing, crucial. When it comes to when it comes to your SD card that when it comes to the SD card that you're going to be needing, it is crucial that you figure out which SD card you need. Considering that I have the old and not the new Nintendo 3DS XL, it's crucial that you get an SD card that looks like this. Yes, it can be like this, or it can just be something that's this, but if you have the new Nintendo 3DS XL or the new Nintendo 3DS in general, then you're going to need a micro SD card, which is this little guy right here. That is crucial. All right, let's go ahead and open it because I didn't even check if there was an SD card in here or not. And oh my days, there's an SD card already inside. I didn't even know that because I didn't purchase that with the console. Okay, this is a 2 gigabyte SD card, which I won't really be using considering the one that I have is a 32 gigabyte SD card. So that's good. And as for the paper that I ended up having, it was a little instruction guide on how to help you with the whole modding process, which I actually love. I love that the company that I bought it from on eBay actually gave you instructions. But sadly, I will not be using these, for I will be using the entirety of 3DS hack guides. So right now, I'm gonna get the whole modding process started, and then hopefully this does not turn out into an entire disaster. Hopefully. Okay, yes, I want to come in and say that yes, I was struggling while trying to open this. I was not thinking properly. But there was also another thing that I wanted to mention. Another thing that I wanted to mention that is you'll see that on my laptop, I was following both a YouTube tutorial, but also the 3DS hack guide. The reason for this was because of, you can see me powering off the Nintendo 3DS right here, but then you can also see me following the directions and you can see Lumens pop up. To all my people who have already modded before, you already know that this is the special software right here. So right here, I didn't realize that I already had the software on the system and I didn't think to check. So my heart literally had fell out of my butt and rolled on some dirt because I was so terrified that I had already bricked my system. So you can actively see me switching back and forth from like YouTube to the 3DS system to system update or software update to see where I had went wrong, what I had done wrong, when in actuality I never really did because it already had the system update, but it never had homebrew, it never had amino, it never had universal updater. It didn't really have a lot of the things that it was already supposed to have for the system update. So I was a little confused, but you'll see towards the end that I actually end up realizing that I had downloaded everything. I downloaded Homebrew, Universal Updater, Amino, all of it. But in the first couple parts, I had no clue that it was already modded, so I was actively scared for my life. So I guess just enjoy the rest of this. All right, finally, after a while, I finally managed to get everything up and running. Uh-oh, I didn't mean to do that. No. Take me back to the home menu, please. All right, after a while, I finally managed to get it all set up. I chose this cute cinnamon roll theme to go with. And I'm so glad that I did because it's so cute. But I finally have all the custom firmware that I needed on here. And now it's time for the fun part, decorating. Now, I do have a couple of things that I wanted to use. I have a cute chain that I want to put on it. I bought some earbuds with it, which I want to listen to music with them, but I won't really be using these in this video, so I'm just going to put these to the side. I have a screen protector, and I have some Demon Slayer stickers alongside with some cinnamon roll stickers. So for starters, I want to go ahead and put on this cute chain that I got. I also ended up getting this from AliExpress. Again, don't come at me in the comments. I know I shouldn't have bought it, but it was so cute and I couldn't help myself. Uh-oh. Come on, don't let me down. Just a heads up warning, if you are getting a strap and you're trying to put it in, it will be difficult to try and get it out. So I recommend you have like something nearby to help you to get it out. Because when I tell you I'm struggling over here, I am struggling. Oh boy. I missed part. And there we go. We have the chain on there. Ooh, it's so cute. It might be a little loose, but I don't really mind. I'm okay with that. Yeah, I'm pretty much okay with this. I don't really mind too much. But I have the cute chain on there, and I'm so glad that I have it. Now it's time for the screen protectors so that the screen doesn't get too damaged over time. Because typically I can be reckless at times, and I don't want the screen getting damaged because of me. I'm going to go ahead and power off the system so that I'm able to do this. Oh, wait, hold up. Alright, I gotta be careful when I do this because I don't want to mess this up. Alright, there are some air bubbles on it. There are a few little air bubbles on here. Oof. Yeah, there's a lot of like mini air bubbles on here. I'm gonna have to end up fixing that later on though. This one also technically has a lot of air bubbles, and I'm gonna have to fix that a lot later on. If you have a credit card or anything like that, make sure to use it because this did not turn out as I planned. But now it's time for the stickers. I don't really have a huge variety when it comes to stickers, but I'm okay with what I have. My goal when it comes to like placing the stickers on, I at least want to get 2, maybe 3 stickers on here. Hopefully, maybe. If I can't, then that's perfectly fine. But I at least want to get like 2 to 3 stickers on here of cinnamon roll. Here's one of the other stickers that I will be using. All right, so it is officially the next day. I know, I shouldn't have done that. But I got so excited after decorating that I had immediately just stopped recording and I started downloading games. But this is the final result. We have some Demon Slayer stickers along with some cinnamon roll. We got the keychain. I let this on the charger the entire night. Ooh, don't hit me in the face now. Goodness me. It does technically take a minute for it to load, but overall, I can say this for a fact. Would I recommend buying this? Yes. Do I love this? Yes. This, oh, I don't know if it can load or not. I think it's too bright. Oh, wait, hold up. There it goes. All right, there it goes. But this is what I have as my theme. It's probably going to be something different in the thumbnail, but that's what I end up having. I'm so happy. I have Hello Kitty. As it said, Travel Adventures with Hello Kitty. I have Animal Crossing, Cookie Mama, Flipnote, Doki Doki, Fourth Tube, Mario Kart, and I plan on getting a lot more when it comes to this because I want to be able to have I want a Super Smash Bros on here. I also want some movies. I already have some music on here. Also, the speakers are amazing on here. That's something I have to make out right now. The speakers are amazing and I love them. The headphones, perfect. Absolutely bliss. I did end up getting the Street Pass set up and everything, so that's good. But so far, I am in love with my new console. I definitely do recommend this to anyone who is wanting to relive their childhood or anyone who wants to, just relive the moment of having that console in their hand. Again, technically, yes, you can buy the AYN Thor or the Amberneck RGDS. I know a lot of people that are getting those, but when it comes to me, I'm personally going to stick with this and this only because I don't really need multiple consoles. I just need this and my whole day is set. Well, that concludes for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to click that little notification bell so that you never miss a video of mine. Remember to stay safe out there and God bless. Bye.